Have you ever wondered why we cry when we're happy? At first glance, it seems contradictory, right? Crying is often something we associate with sadness, pain, or grief. So why do we cry tears of joy when our emotions are at their peak, when they're overwhelmingly positive? Hang tight, because today we're peeling back the emotional layers to uncover this strangely beautiful phenomenon of human nature. Let's kick things off with an interesting scenario. Picture a moment of immense joy. It might be seeing your newborn for the first time, witnessing someone you love say yes to the perfect proposal, or reconnecting with a loved one after years apart. Each of these moments can lead to tears of happiness streaming down your face. But what exactly is going on in your brain and body during such experiences? Tears of joy are a truly fascinating form of emotional expression. They're what scientists often call a dimorphous display of emotion. Dimorphous? Don't worry, I'll break it down for you. Dimorphous displays are when two contrasting emotional responses happen simultaneously. Think about laughing so hard you cry, or crying because you're overwhelmingly happy. These are your emotions running on parallel tracks, opposite, yet united in their expression. Let's dive into the science. Emotional crying, whether it's from sadness or joy, is unique to humans. That's right, no other animal sheds tears based purely on emotions. While other species cry to lubricate their eyes, only we shed tears for reasons that connect to our emotional life. But what purpose does it serve? Is there an evolutionary reason for this behavior? Here's where it gets mind-bending. One theory suggests that emotional tears serve to signal vulnerability or connection to others. Back in our evolutionary history, showing signs of vulnerability helped build social bonds and trust within groups. Imagine crying out of joy when your tribe succeeded at a mammoth hunt thousands of years ago. It would signal to others that you're emotionally invested. Tears of joy, paradoxically, could have been a way to build connection in moments of triumph. But beyond the social aspect, crying also serves a biological function. Emotional tears are chemically different from the ones we cry while slicing an onion. They contain stress hormones like cortisol, which are released when we cry. So, happy tears might serve as a stress relief mechanism. Even moments of intense happiness can overload your nervous system, and crying could be your body's way of rebalancing that emotional surge. Let's take a closer look at your brain for a second. When you experience a moment of overwhelming joy, your brain's limbic system, specifically the amygdala and hypothalamus, plays a central role. These regions process emotions and trigger tear production. At the same time, the release of chemicals like oxytocin and dopamine floods your system. Oxytocin, often called the love hormone, promotes feelings of connection and bonding. Dopamine, on the other hand, is your brain's reward chemical, giving you a hit of euphoric bliss. But here's something wild. Your body doesn't fully distinguish between extreme positive and negative emotions. Whether you're overwhelmed by joy or heartbreak, the physical sensations can often overlap. Both scenarios can cause your heart rate to spike, your breathing to quicken, and your eyes to well up with tears. That might explain why you can cry at both a wedding and a funeral, even though the underlying emotions are opposite. Let's switch gears for a moment. Have you ever seen someone cry tears of joy and felt your own eyes well up? That's the power of emotional contagion, or what psychologists sometimes call empathy magnification. Watching someone else experience a deeply emotional moment can activate mirror neurons in your brain, making you feel the same joy and prompting tears. It's like your emotions are synchronized with theirs, even if you're just watching their happiness unfold. Still with me? Good, because we're not done yet. Researchers have also looked into culture's role in shaping how we express emotions like crying. In some cultures, openly crying, whether out of joy or sadness, is celebrated as a sign of authenticity and emotional depth. In others, people might suppress their tears, even in happy moments, due to societal norms. But regardless of societal expectations, the chemical processes behind those happy tears remain the same. In other words, you can't fully escape biology. Now let's touch on another fascinating aspect: the tears themselves. Did you know that happy tears are often more abundant than tears shed out of sadness? Why? One possibility is that joyful occasions often occur in communal settings. Think weddings, graduations, or surprise reunions. Being surrounded by others amplifies your emotions, naturally leading to more tears. It's almost as though joy is contagious, spreading through the group and intensifying everyone's emotional experience. Let's talk psychology for a moment. Psychologists believe that crying tears of joy is a way to restore emotional equilibrium. Picture your emotions like a pendulum. When your joy swings too far to one side, the tears act as a natural recalibration, bringing everything back to balance. It's your brain and body working together to keep you from being overwhelmed by your own happiness. But hang on, there's still more. Cultural nuances aside, the ability to cry tears of joy might also be tied to personality traits. An interesting study found that people who cry tears of joy are often more empathetic, sensitive, and emotionally attuned than others. In other words, if you're a happy crier, it might be a sign that you connect deeply with those around you. Let's cap things off with an intriguing question. Do you know what babies and happy criers have in common? Both use tears as a non-verbal form of communication. For infants, tears signal a need for care or attention. For adults, happy tears signal something deeper, an overflow of emotion that words simply can't express. Some researchers even suggest that happy tears are a way to convey sincerity, making your joyful emotions more believable to those around you. So next time tears of joy begin streaming down your face, don't fight them. Instead, embrace the fact that you're experiencing one of the most human and heartwarming behaviors out there. Those tears are more than just saltwater drops. They're a window into the complex, beautiful machinery of your mind, body, and soul. They're proof that your emotions are firing on all cylinders, connecting you to yourself and those around you in an authentic way. And there you have it, the incredible reason why we cry tears of joy. The next time you find yourself wiping away those happy tears, remember, you're not just releasing emotions. You're forging connections, finding balance, and showing the world just how profoundly you feel. So cry away, and know that each tear represents a moment worth celebrating. Thank you for joining me on this emotional journey. If this video moved you in any way, or if you've learned something new, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, we've got plenty more why facts to explore together. Until next time, stay curious and embrace the beauty of your emotions.